Hi, I'm Jackie Topa. Today I'm going to show you how to make this little Halloween treat box. I use the bitty box and envelope die, and the 1 1/4 inch punch circle and the 1 1/4 inch square. First you're going to punch the circle, fold the bottom flap of the box, and punch the 1 1/4 inch circle. Make sure it's centered. So you want it right in the middle. Punch that out and take your 1 1/4 inch square. You don't need the flap closed to punch this one. Line it up with the circle and punch the bottom of your window with the square punch. Then you only need a little slice. I lined it up with the black line on my paper cutter because I only needed a tiny slice. And then you're going to add it to your window, put a couple of dots, just cut them as long as you need them, and glue them on to make on the inside of your box to make your window panes. And then when you're finished that, you make a little ghost to go inside there. So you need a piece of a scrap of Whisper White and the wide oval or large oval punch. And I'm going to put that on with a little bit of Tombow. I like using Tombow for these kinds of things, so you can slide them around and you've got a little bit of time to play with them before they're stuck down permanently. So we've got our little ghost in the window. I'm going to punch a couple of eyes, the tiniest eyes from the owl punch, and cut a scrap of Big Shot adhesive. When you get that backing peeled off, just curl the end a little bit, peel it off. I'm going to stick my backing down just so I have something to hold. Pick up the tiny eyes with your piercing tool and stick them onto the adhesive. Then use your piercing tool to take them off the adhesive and put them on your project. And put them wherever you want them to go, and just hold it down with your finger, slide it off, and they should stay. I found so far that's the easiest way to get all those little tiny pieces onto your projects. And there's your little ghost in the window. You can leave it like that. I had some trouble keeping my box folded. I feel like I need 3 hands to do it, so I like to glue the 2 back pieces. So just going to do that now. Put a little dot of glue on the flap, and just until it holds. That way, if your candies are a little large, my candies fit, but my cellophane was a little bit too big, so I was pushing my box open. I'm going to make some shutters. I cut a 3/4 inch scrap, about 5 1/2 inches long, and I cut 2 shutters, 2 1/4 by 1 3/4, and then I scored them at 1/2 inch. I took the 3/4 inch strip of cardstock and crimped it, and we're going to use that for the outside of the shutters. Got one done already. I'll show you. Just put a little bit of glue on and put your crimped piece on top and then cut it to length. When I'm using a crimped piece of cardstock, I like to cut it after I get it on my project, because depending on how tight you crimp it, sometimes the length can vary a little bit. So we've got our 2 shutters done, and I'm going to sponge the edges with some soft suede. So just go all around the outside with your sponge, and then take your sponge and rub it over the crimped area, and it'll just kind of make your crimp stand out. Now we'll attach those to the box lid. It also makes the lid a little bit more stable. I'm going to do that with Tombow as well. Just put a little row down each side and wrap it around the edge of your box lid. Just hold it till it gets dry. Till it's dry, make sure it's stuck really well. Sometimes I clip it down with some clothespins or paper clips, just to hold it while it's drying. So just make sure that's pressed down well. So you don't want them to come off after. So one nice thing about Tombow, you have a few seconds to play with it, and then once it's stuck down, it's permanent. There. So you can leave your box like that if you'd like. You can add some more embellishments. There's our little plain version with the shutters. I'm going to add some leaves to mine. I punched a leaf from the 2-step bird die from More Mustard and Cajun Craze. I'll just glue in those on. And I glued a bat on there. And that's our little Halloween box.